King Charles might be kicking Prince Andrew out of his home for good. There's been no shortage of drama in the royal family over the last few years, especially when it comes to its expansive collection of real estate. Between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle getting the boot from Frogmore Cottage to Prince William wanting to evict his uncle, Prince Andrew, from his home, Royal Lodge, it's practically been a game of musical chairs for the royals and their residences. Now, it seems King Charles could be on board to remove Andrew from his property. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. According to the Mirror, the disgraced royal could be kicked out of the estate by his brother. The outlet notes that the 30-room mansion is in need of many repairs, and that Charles could choose to restrict funds from his controversial brother, as their ongoing feud continues. Andrew, who was stripped of his military titles following the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, technically owns the lease and currently resides alongside his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. One reason royal fans believe that an eviction is in the cards for Andrew is because Charles will reportedly do away with his brother's security team at the Windsor property after a contract is up in the fall. The Mirror reports that Andrew has been offered to use of another, albeit much smaller, property, Queen Elizabeth's Frogmore Cottage on Balmoral Estate. An insider told the Express that the prince is looking forward to getting out of the house and travelling to Balmoral this summer. Andrew has hardly left Royal Lodge since Christmas, so he's very much looking forward to getting away with the rest of the family at Balmoral, the source said. Even his daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, whom he shares with Ferguson, think the switch-up could be good for him. He's turned into a bit of a recluse, so the girls, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, are hoping that some nice family time will help cheer him up a bit and bring him out of his shell, the insider added. After Andrew's armed guards were removed in 2022, the king has been personally funding his brother's security, though a palace insider said it isn't a secret the king wants him out, per the Mirror. The growing suspicion that King Charles is trying to push Prince Andrew out of the Crown's Royal Lodge has intensified in recent days after the monarch moved to axe his disgraced brother's security personnel. The Duke of York has lived in the 30-room mansion in Windsor Great Park for over 20 years, but after his friendship with convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein came to light, which forced him to resign from royal duties, the king is thought to have considered the property too extravagant. Earlier this year, it was reported Andrew refused an offer to move out of Royal Lodge into the nearby Frogmore Cottage. The Duke had signed a 75-year lease on the mansion in 2003, which entitles him to stay at Royal Lodge for £250 a week and meant Charles has no legal grounds to evict him from the property. However, the king appears to have now resorted to stealthier tactics to remove him. By axing the Duke's entire security team, Andrew now has to either finance for them himself, which could cost millions for the Duke with no viable income, or leave the mansion entirely. A palace insider told The Sun, "Everyone is speculating this means the Duke will have to leave the Royal Lodge because what other reason could there be to take his security away?" Sources added, "It isn't a secret that the king wants him out." Andrew's private security have been privately funded by Charles after he lost publicly funded police protection in 2022 alongside his military affiliations and royal patronages. If Andrew decides he cannot personally finance security at the lodge, he will be forced to move to another residence. While he turned down Frogmore months ago, this seems like a likely choice for a future move. The Grade 2 listed Frogmore Cottage has been part of the royal family's property portfolio since the 19th century. Over the years, various members of the royal family have lived in the 10-bedroom house, which was first built as a retreat for Queen Charlotte, the wife of King George III, in 1801.